Mortgage rates for only the second time in 50 years are lower than inflation. Tune in and hear what Steve Cartwright has to say.
Really, Mary?
Hello, it's Mary Bartos of the Bartos Group and Premier Plus Realty. And today is our episode of Really Mary. I'm delighted to bring on my guest, Steve Cartwright of AmeriFirst. Steve, good morning or good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this.
Good morning. I'm so happy you had us here today. Glad to be here.
Oh, perfect. Well, the topic on everyone's hand is or mind is inflation. And oh my gosh, inflation's going up. I should not get a mortgage. I should not buy a house. I should stop and not pass go. Thoughts? What say you, Steve?
Now may be the best time to get a mortgage in your lifetime. The reason is mortgage interest rates are lower than inflation by 2 to 3% right now. Because of that, you're actually making money on that. It's only the second time in the last 50 years that mortgage rates have been lower than inflation.
Wow. So let's kind of do some simple math. Like inflation last week was, 8.2, 8.3. So let's just round it down to 8%. A mortgage is maybe a little higher than 5 right now. So like me and my common brain, tell me what that looks like. If I'm borrowing $100, right, and inflation is 8%, it's now worth 92. I got to pay back more than that 100 by $1.08, right?
Correct.
And then if I'm getting a loan for 5, I really only have to pay back, in today's money, $103. Does that math work?
That math works. Works. I actually did some calculations on a $500,000 loan in a 5-year period. If you took out a $500,000 loan today, inflation remains in the 8s. That loan was at 5.5. You actually would have made $102,000 over the next 5 years on that mortgage, just having the mortgage in place.
Wow. All right. So our millennials out there that are buying their first homes, 300, 500, wherever that plays, can make just on inflation, not on appreciation of the home, $100,000+.
Yes.
Just by
and that breaks down to about $20,000 per $100,000 a mortgage loan. And that doesn't include any appreciation. That is simply just inflation.
Okay, so you've got me sold. The thought is everyone right now, and you're a loan officer and I'm a realtor. So our interest is to have people, let's face it, let's call a spade, people buying and selling. Quite honestly, I need more people selling than buying right now because I have a whole bunch of people that want to buy. Point of the matter is that we've never seen this in our history. You said one other time, Steve. How long ago was that?
1974.
Okay. I wasn't buying a home in 74. My first home I bought, I think, in 1986. So a few years before, where, by the way, interest rates were 14% on my first home, which is crazy, considering we all think they're really high right now in the 5s.
And in reality, interest rates are lower right now than they have been since 1974. And now is the time to take advantage of this. Don't let a sticker shock of 5, 5.5, or even 6% not make you make the best decision you're ever going to make in your life financially.
Well, you've heard it here first. Steve, I think we'll call this show on a wrap. And I'm Mary Bartos with the Bartos Group and my guest, Steve Cartwright with AmeriFirst. And we look forward to seeing and helping you buy here in Southwest Florida.